when I look like it's always the best look at me when it's I do, my bag's gorgeous. I did put my eyebrows on a few hours ago. Oh, look at that. There. Hey there. Oh, 6 views already. Oh, honestly, the bag's under my eyes. Are they that bad? Okay, better lighting. I look awful.
You look, from here, you look all right.
He's going to say that, isn't he? He wants to see me naked later. Right, hi.
I can't find you.
I'm Miss Lucy's.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, we're all right. Sorry.
Where I always am.
Yeah, I found you now.
Hi.
JC Beauty says hi.
It's been one of those days.
Lauren D. Daily Searle. Hi, Lucy. Some kisses.
Hello.
Libra Larissa Love says hey.
Hi.
And Alicia White says hi, Lucy and Ian. How are you both?
Very good, thank you. You? Oh, we're getting loads. I'm just now. Oh, I had cheese all over it. Even better. Right. So today is my vlog. It's a whole new word for me. Where's my camera? Here. Am I looking at you now? Am I looking in the camera now? Like at your face?
Yes, you are.
Cool. I kind of like looking off to the side.
There's a bit of a delay.
Okay. So I'm going through my money. I'm swallowing jalapeno the wrong way. So I'm going through my money blog. Basically, I thought it would be a good thing to do whenever I do a vlog to kind of go through it all live, and then if you've got any questions, I could answer them. That's it, really. So other than hey, hello, if they've got questions, shout out. But hi's, hellos, we'll get back to you later. So money. Basically, I see a lot of people asking how to set their prices. And there's some really contradictory advice out there. So what I tried to do, just a relatively simple blog, because I ramble on, as we all know, explaining how I set my prices and a good way for you to kind of do it in your area, kind of thing. Again, yes, sorry, I haven't really done my hair today. I have washed it earlier this week, so that's better than usual. And I'm still wearing hoodie from the yard, and yeah. It's been one of those days. I started at 6 and I'm still going, and he'll be sent out for food soon. So while I'm still going, but then we've got some Tom Softy later, so we're all right. They didn't get that, so that's a weird one. With Venom.
Oh yes. Oh,
you
Tom
literally
I
just
literally
said to
just
me.
said it. I did, yeah.
Oh my god. Right, okay, so first of all, when setting your prices, loads of people put on groups on Facebook and stuff like that, what do you charge for XYZ? Unless you're dealing with people in your area, it is pointless asking that. Where I am, I charge all of my clients pay £30 a set. Now, if I was in a big city, I would easily be able to charge £50–60 for my services. But because I live on the coast in a very rural location, people will not pay that money. So it depends entirely where you are in the country and your level of skill. So first of all, you want to have a little look around at the techs in your area. You want to have a look at the kind of work they're producing, and you want to be honest and look at whereabouts you kind of fit in with that. So it's basic market research for any business, is you want to look out what else is on the market for the same product that you're supplying. So it's really simple. You just go on Facebook, go on local selling pages, walk down your high street, you see the other nail techs working, and you get price lists. What did I put in the blog? I'd encourage you to think carefully about the type of customers you're looking to attract to. Exactly. The local NSS, so your non-standard salon, race has nothing to do with it. And if I see one more person say, oh, they went to a Chinese salon, first of all, a lot of the NSS on the high street are Vietnamese. So it's massively insulting straight away saying they're Chinese. It makes you look like an ignorant fool. Also, it's nothing to do with race. There are so many white NSS on the high street as well. If you are not filling out a client consultation form for every single one of your clients and keeping it up to date, you're an NSS. Ta-da! If you're using gel polish, but all you have is your acrylic certificate, you're an NSS. If you're using an e-file and you don't have an EFAL certificate, you're an NSS. And NSS is a non-standard salon. So you're working against standard practices. You don't want to compare yourself to those. So when I started out, my nearest NSS, Beccles, Beccles, it's 20 miles down the road, either way. So I don't really compete with them. And when people say, well, I can get on a bus and get my nails done for 20 quid, my response is, do it then. Because I have never charged less than £30 for a set of nails from me, because I will give you so much more than an NSS will. So you want to make sure you look at the other people in your area that offer the same service that you do, that actually are professionals that care about their customer, which is another thing. I always want my customers to know I care about them. Whereas an NSS, you're just a number, you come in through, gone. So never compare yourself to an NSS, is what that ran massively came out of nowhere for. On the blog at this point, I say homework. I put homework for you all on my blog because you love it. I like a list. Search local listings, high streets, yellow pages, Google search, Facebook, etc. Make a list of your local sites and have a look at their basic prices, e.g. new set, infill, takeoff, etc. And then you want to compare the quality of their work. So you can see the people that are doing the really high quality work are probably charging around the 40, 50 mark, whereas the people that are just coming into the market may be hitting around the £20 mark. Then you can compare the work that you're doing to what they're doing, and that will help you set your prices. Right, I'm going to stop and let Ian talk for a bit.
We have a lot of highs.
Hi!
Do you want me to go through the highs or just the questions?
Questions.
Right.
No offence, guys.
No.
Hi.
JC Beauty asks, is time important when doing nails that are decked out?
Decked out? Does that mean like fancy as fuck? No, I don't think. Well, my clients know it takes approximately 2 hours for a set of nails from me. And I think too many people, especially when you start out, are too concerned about your timings. This is personally me. I would rather sit for 3 hours and have a well-structured set of nails, even if just all cover pink. I would rather that than sit for an hour and a half and have lumpy, bumpy, crappy nails that are falling off within 2 minutes with loads of nail art crammed on. So I think you need to really focus, especially in the early point of your career, on getting your foundations right. You don't build a house on crappy foundations. You know, you want to make sure that your work is structurally on point, so that then anything else you add on is fine. And it's going to take time. So like Crispy does character painting. Now, if you want a beautiful Simba on your nail, that's going to take about 40 minutes. You have to sit and wait. If my client says to me, I want 3D across all my hands. I used to have one lady, she had nails out to here. I had to take them off and redo them every set. She would never have an infill, and she wanted full art. We would be there for 4 or 5 hours every time she visited. She just knew that would have to be the way, because if you want that, you have to wait, and you have to sit there and suck it up, really. But if you're doing like a 3D flower on cover pink, that should take you, when you're established, a couple of hours. When you're learning, maybe 3-4 hours. You know, I think people focus far too much on time, rather than, I would rather take my time and produce something I'm proud of than rush and produce something I don't want people saying, hey, that's my stuff. Could I be like, no, that I didn't do that. How many chins do I have? Carry on. Sorry, right up the nose there, guys. Beautiful.
Rhonda Allison.
Hello.
Says, I definitely need help with this. I do all design work with acrylic. I don't have anyone to compare price to. We only have 2 walk-in salons within an hour drive that only do clear acrylic and gel polish.
Oh, then you can just set whatever price you like. I would have a look at basically what they're charging. The next section I go into goes into more in-depth in kind of pricing, so we'll go into that one in a minute. Any other questions?
No. JC Beauty just said, love, makes sense, and thank you. And Rhonda said, I work from home now, and should I charge?
See, this is an interesting thing when people say I work from home, so I charge a little less. Why? People are coming into my house. When I was mobile, people were like, are you going to charge more or less when you work from home? I charged exactly the same. If anything, if you're mobile, you should charge more, because it will charge a travel fee. But when I work from home, it got to the point where, but people will come to me because of the skill. So I think when you're starting out, even then, no, I don't think you should charge less for working from home, because a home salon for a lot. Evie's just seen a cat. Excuse. Oh my gosh, the dog's just seen a cat. So she will literally run around crying. And yesterday she sits on the back of the couch looking out the window and she saw a cat. She came flying out from the curtains, literally smashed a 20, how much does she weigh? Like a 10-kilo dog into the side of my face. Oh my God, it's good she ran away quick because I was ready to snap her damn neck. Oh, my face went numb. And she's just seen a cat, so excuse that. What are we talking about?
Working
Charging from home.
Yes.
No, I charge exactly the same because at the end of the day, they pay for my skill and my time, whether I'm at home or not. So to me, that's no difference. And I prefer a home salon because it's that one-to-one. It's more intimate. There's not loads of stuff going on. I quite like that environment. Whereas if people like really busy environments, they'll go in town. But no, I think your skill and your time is all exactly the same. So I don't think it makes a difference if you're working from home or not. Are we up to date on questions?
We are up to date on questions.
Right, so the next section in the blog is to keep it simple, and I cannot stress this point enough. It's actually written in front of me. Some price lists are so confusing, and this is something the NSS do as well. Like we've all seen that comedian, she does that oh, you're so pretty and all that, like oh, you don't have a boyfriend, you need long nail, and everything. She's like, oh, you want longer nails? Oh, that's another £3. Oh, you want this? That's another £3. And I think if you keep your price list as simple as possible, you'll get more loyal customers, and it's simpler, it's easier for them to understand. So I have 3 categories. So you have a basic. So your basic nail is like a single colour nail, either a coloured acrylic or gel polish or a simple glitter. And you have like, that's it. That's what you get. So if you've got someone who just wants nude nails every time or just a red, that is your basic. And then the step up from that is like your French/accent nail. So if they want French tips or if they want an accent nail, then that goes up. And I normally do it in £5 increments. So then they can have like, and on their accent nail, I'm talking about not glitter. I don't really see the point in charging extra for glitter. Glitter's glitter. And for the price you pay for glitter and the amount you will be able to use from it, I don't think you should be charging a massive amount for glitter. So I would say like 3D acrylic, 1-stroke, stamping, hand painting, that's an accent nail. And then you go full artistic is when people are wanting like a design across the nails, stuff like that. So for me, so like a basic set of nails would be £35. Full set new coming in £35. If they want an accent on each hand, I will do 1 or 2 on each hand, that's fine. That's £40. If you want full artistic, £50. Client knows exactly what they're getting then. So when someone says to me, I want this, this, and this, right, that's a full artistic, boom, simple. And it's the same with infill, redesign, that's the same, you know, Takeoff has a set price. The only thing I would really charge for is crystals, because I will only use Swarovski crystals. So I will charge 5p a crystal, unless they want like a full nail. And then I'm like, if it's a waterfall, it's £2.50. If it's full nail, it's £5. So keep your price list, and if you look on the blog, and when this live has finished and uploaded, I will pop a link to the blog on, I have put a very basic list, because the simpler you keep it, the less chance for clients to get confused and, oh, I didn't think it'd be that much and I didn't bring the right amount and blah blah blah. Like if you want 1-stroke, it's 50p. If you want 3D, it's £1, blah blah blah. It's too confusing. Keep it as simple as possible.
Titch, can I nail it?
I don't know, can you?
Asked, what if you're a beginner but able to do nails good? Should I charge full price or not just family and friends at the moment?
Never, ever charge family and friends. And this is something that drives me nuts. Your family and your friends should support your business and encourage the growth. Why should they get a discount? This annoys me. If you kick the table one more time, there are a few people in my life, like Christy, are like, I'll do your nails, can you help me out with this? We have that agreement, but she would never come to me and say, I want my nails done and I don't expect to pay. You know, I support all of my friends' businesses. My friend is an equine photographer. As soon as I got my horse, I booked in a session, and she was like, well, I'll give you this discount. And I said, no, I will pay you the full price, because this is your business. Your family and your friends should support you in that, and do not let them abuse you with that. If your nails are good, then charge a decent price. If, you know, some people come out of, like, some training is really comprehensive and you come out and you're good, so charge that full price. I'm coming down to that in a few sections as to like discounts and intro offers. Never sell yourself short, basically. Next question.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. So I'm talking a lot today. I get very dreadful. And my voice keeps trying to go. I seem to have, Mr. Guttiferri got very ill recently and got a bacterial infection in his lungs. And I've been desperately fighting not to get it. But like for the last week, I mean, I feel a bit rough. I'm going to bed at 6 p.m. So I keep losing my voice and stuff. So I'm desperately trying not to get ill. Okay, so the homework on that last one would be make a list of the services you are happy to provide, and then order them in the skill they take. And then you can start creating your list, your price list. Now, be honest with yourself and your customers. So you need to be honest about the level of work you can produce now, not the work you want to produce, the stuff you can produce now. I see some people posting on some groups and they're like, oh, I'm really, oh, like I did these today. What do you think? Or, oh, blah, blah, blah. And some of them you look at and you're like, wow. And other ones you just kind of think, how are they looking at these nails and then looking at all the other nails that are being posted and thinking they're of the same class? That's not me saying, oh my God, give up now. What I'm saying is you need to be very honest. Like when I started, Jesus Christ, my nails were atrocious. I look back at them now and it's like, oh God, you know, from little acorns, large oaks grow, let's hope. They were awful, awful, awful. And I remember this one dinner I went on where I'd done white tips with gel, and I didn't realize you can't put gel on white, like stick on white tips. That doesn't work. Through this dinner, I was eating my meal and I would like ping my nail against my knife. I lost 4 nails, literally just snapping off the end of these tips. Oh my God. So be honest, like if you look at your work and you think, God, I really want to be as good as XYZ, like I dream of one day being as good as Hazel. I'm not as good as Hazel now, so I'm not going to charge the prices that she charges. I charge what I am at now. And I think that is one thing that you will need to be in business, to be honest with yourself. Don't sell yourself short. And I'm my biggest critic. Be honest with yourself, but don't sell yourself short, but also don't think I'm amazing. And then when people are like, yeah, and you get these people that can do amazing sets of nails, but they then like within a week they're like, oh, they just lift on all my customers. So you're not that good, because they need to last 2 to 3 weeks. So be honest, and to your customers. If you're starting out and if you're new, say to your customers, you know, I'm very new. I'm not comfortable doing all this artwork. And if they send you a picture of something you're not comfortable doing, just say, I'll give it a go. Please be aware it can take up to 2 to 3 hours to create this. You know, if they're like, well, I want an appointment at 10 and I've got to be at work at 12, then no, don't book that appointment, because that client's going to put pressure on you. You're going to rush. You're going to do, let's face it, a crap job if you're Russian. I sound so Suffolk at times. If you're rushing, you're going to do a bad job. And then that client's not going to come back. Whereas if you say to that client, look, you know, I need 2 to 3 hours to create this. Choose a day. Can you come in earlier, or can we do another day? And always have that decent amount of time and be honest. And if you say to a client right from the beginning, you know, I'm starting out, I'm new, or I just really need to build my confidence, I need this time. They then can't, if they do get angry, it's irrational that they're getting angry because you've warned them. And I think you will get more loyal customers with that honesty than if you kind of go, yeah, I'm great, I'm fine. I can do that in an hour. And 2 hours later, they're still sat there. Like I personally would be like, hello, I've got places to be. Like if you just said 2 hours, fine, I'd have made 2 hours. But yeah. So the homework on that section is to take a look at your work, see your strong points. And this is a really thing, to constructively criticize your work. You need to look at what you're good at and what you need to improve on. Not what you're bad at, what you need to improve on. Because that's all it is. You don't just say, oh, I'm shit at this. Well, okay, I always say I'm bad at one stroke. I'm not bad at one stroke. I need to improve on it. And I will only improve when I invest time in it. which I do not. So yeah, so kind of have that in your head to look at your strong points and the points you need to work on. Facebook is fantastic for like business apps where you can have loads of pre-written responses. So when people contact you and say, can I, I'd like more information about this or this, if you're on an offer or whatever, you can have pre-written responses that you can tailor make a bit. And most of them can have like the basic information of, I trained at this point, I'm really building up confidence. So, and you can have like a list of all the times it would take and stuff like that. Yeah. So questions? I feel like I'm just talking.
We've got many questions. We'll just fire out.
Or just the comments, because I've seen comments throwing themselves up.
We have. Titch Cananail says, thank you for the advice. I always feel guilty if I charge a full price.
I think, but your friends and family, like, if you're put yourself in switch it around. Like personally, if my sister, so my sister bakes cakes. And whenever I ask her to bake cakes, I have to pay. I try and pay. She won't take it. But that's her choice. But I always have the money ready to pay. As I said, like with Lizzie, when she comes, I've got another photo shoot in March. I will be paying her full price. And if, she has to travel because I'm in the other county and it takes like 2 hours to get here, I pay more, whether she wants it or not. My riding instructor couldn't teach me last week because the school was frozen. I paid her. It's not her fault my school's frozen. It's not mine, but it's not hers. And I don't want her to lose that income. I think your real friends and family that truly love and respect you, and the respect is the biggest thing, they will pay. Simple as, they will pay.
JC Beauty says, true, it's awkward because they expect not to pay.
Yeah, but then when you have that issue, next time they say can I have an appointment, you just say, yep, I've got this free at this time, what do you want done, it will cost this much. Just treat them like a customer. And then if they get shitty with you, is that a friend you really want in your life? No.
YSM Nails and Shenanigans says,
I like that.
I like that. My family and friends always want discounts and freebies. It makes things super awkward.
Then don't. I would just get to the point where you just say, look, I'm trying to run a business. It's like me going into Tesco's. If my mum worked at Waitrose or something, because she wouldn't work at Tesco's, Dad wouldn't let her. If Mum worked at Waitrose and I went in and I was like, can I get these beans for free? You're not going to get it for free, are you? Ian used to work with Lotus. I'm not going to get a Lotus for free, am I? For God's sake. It's, Ian, I'd like a Defender. Can I have one?
No. Yeah,
there we go. That's not how it works. And that's not respect for your friends and family if you expect it for free.
Rhonda Allison says, I have that, I think it's about the NSS you're on about. I have that problem. People rave over my work but say I can't pay what the walk-in salon charges though. And right after they complain about the work that they did, it's kind of an insult. Oh.
Yeah, but are those your customers? Like, okay, Primark will never try and attract Gucci customers, and Gucci couldn't give a damn about Primark customers. So it's where, or maybe Marks and Spencers. I see myself as the Marks and Spencers. You don't go there for your weekly food shop, but I like a good floor picnic from there. It's a nice little treat. And that's what you want to set your price. I'm not a Primani. I mean, I wear a lot of Primani, but I don't want to do nails that are Primani. So I want to do Marks and Spencer's Waitrosey booths. Booths. Wouldn't it be lovely to do booths nails? When I lived in Cheshire, I shopped at booths all the time because there was nowhere else. I live near Knutsford, where all the footballers are. Yes. Anyway, on to the other comments.
Titch Can I Nail It says, I hate it when they try to rush you. If something came up, makes me feel as though I'm not doing it right or something.
Yeah, but I think if you've said it will take 2 to 3 hours, and after an hour and a half they're rushing you, and it does take a lot, but to just say, look, it's going to take a good 2 to 3 hours. I can stop now. I can do a quick takeoff. If you need to go, that's fine. But at the end of the day, if you're 100% honest, like I've had people come to me and they want these really long extreme nails, blah, blah, and I'm like, you're here 4 to 5 hours. Let's just book out the day. Like when I get my nails done by Kerry, I go up there. I'm there for the day. That's the day. I know, because we'll get chatting and stuff like that. And if people are going to rush you, then just be like, bye. And is that a customer you want coming back that's going to be rushing you? And I know it's really hard at the beginning because you just want to make money and make it a business. But You need to be attracting the right people. Carry on.
Jen Daniels says, hey.
Hey.
Yes, totally agree. Family or friends are supposed to help you grow.
Exactly. And like a true family or friend would want your business to thrive and wouldn't, like my mum, I did her nails twice. I don't do her anymore. She's a fighter. But I did her nails twice, and both times she paid me. I gave it back to her because it's my mum. But it was a one-off. If my mum wanted her nails done every 2 weeks, I'd be like, well, you're paying a tenner to cover costs, because that's an appointment that, and as that's it, that's also an appointment a paying customer could have. And that's what you say to your friends. That's what you say to friends and family. They're like, well, I can't afford full price. Be like, well, I can't afford to discount it. You know, I've got bills to pay. I've got a roof to keep over my head. If you can't pay for that appointment in full, someone else will. And I'd rather give it to someone who can pay for it in full. And if they don't respect that, then again, do you want them in your life?
Jenny Rooney says, mine tend to buy me a lot of gifts for doing them.
Well, you know, if they're buying you like trips to Aspen and stuff, it's fine. But if they're just coming in with a bottle of wine, unless it's like a crate of wine, which is basically the cost of a nail appointment, then that's fine, you know. It depends what you want to try, like, you know. And like sometimes you will have agreements with certain friends, and like, oh, if your friend does eyebrows or eyelashes and they do them for you and you do their nails, that's fine. Or like, oh, if your friend's a cleaner and they come and clean your house and you do their nails, that's fine. But I think on a regular basis of people just expecting not to pay, nah.
That's it. We're up to date.
Cool, we're up to date. Right, so the next one is discount offers and loyalty. Right, so before advertising an introductory offer, you need to set your standard prices and advertise these. So you need to know what your standard price would be. Make sure any introductory offer is very clear that it is a limited time and that customers are aware of the full prices when they come into effect. So any offer I would do is I would have like £30 / £25 for 1 month only. So they know full well that it's an offer. Don't over discount, knock a fiver off, no more. I think if you're like, oh, it's going to be 30 quid, but we're going to do it for 15. Oh, no, too much. Because straight away people go, wow, that's a bit of a hell of a markup. So she can survive on the 15, but she's going to charge us 30. Hello. And also at 15 quid, you're not going to make any money. Don't be too cheap. I'm just going to literally read the blog now. I saw a set of nails offered for £10. And my first thought is, why are they so cheap? When you see something that's worth £100 advertised for 20, your initial reaction isn't, oh, what a bargain. It's why? Because things like that are too good to be true. You'd be surprised how many people will stay away when something seems too cheap. So if you say, oh, there's 5 NSS around me and they charge 20 quid a set, so I charge a tenner. Who are you trying to attract with that? You'll also find that customers that want to only pay £10 for a set of nails abuse the discount as much as possible, and they will. So if you say it's £10 for a month, they'll get at least 2 sets out of you. They'll expect nails that should have cost them 50 quid. They will be the most demanding, pain in the ass customers you'll ever have. There'll be pickers, there'll be chewers, there'll be people that break them. They use them as tools, not jewels, and they will be a pain in your ass, basically. And the minute your prices go up to full, you won't hear from them, because all those people do is look for the cheapest set of nails possible. So if you only discount, so when I first started, I think my full set was £30, and for the first 2 or 3 months I did £5 off, so it was £25. And I said, the reason I'm doing this is because I've just qualified and I'm building up confidence and a client base. And granted, I've really trimmed my diary down. I have 5 clients, all of which have been me from the very beginning. And the clients that I no longer do, whenever they have special occasions, things like that, they come to me because they want my nails. I have that loyalty from them because I didn't come in too cheap. My time as well, if I'm going to spend 3 hours doing something, minimum wage is, for me, £8 an hour.
It's more than that now, but yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
If you're earning less than minimum wage, so if you're doing something for 3 hours, £8 an hour is 24. and then your product about a fiver, that's 30 quid. That's minimum wage. So if people are going to get pissy at you for wanting minimum wage for 3 hours work, there's a door. You know, you've got to make a living out of this. And if you try and build a business on doing £10 sets, you're never going to build that. Loyalty rewards are a really good way to build a business. So the way I work this, I have my, this drawer is a mess. So here is my business card. That's how long I have had them printed, because it's got the ginger me without the tattoos. And on the back, I have loyalties. So every 5th appointment, they get £5 off. The odd £5 off here and there. It's not the end of the world. Most of my ladies have artistic work or Swarovskis and stuff. So it's not so much of a problem. If you're like me and you like to do a file down and new set, that's normally every 5th set. So they basically get that for free. They don't have to pay extra, but they still pay the same. Loyalty is a really good thing, and customers really like that. And it's your way of saying thank you for coming back to me. You can do a recommend a friend thing where you say, if your friend, recommend a friend, and if they come to me, they get £5 off. And then once they've had their appointment, you get £5 off. Things like that. Be generous with your loyalty schemes and your offers, but don't give it away for free, basically. So the homework on that bit is consider the kinds of offers you'd like to run and the amount you can practically afford to discount. So a £5 off a set is a practical discount. A 50% off, I would struggle. And as well, when you do, like some people do, like every 10th set you get 50% off, you'd be surprised how quickly people sync up, and you will have a week where your earnings will literally halve. I did that. It was a big mistake in the early stage of my business, because I had like 1 week every 2 months. I would have a week where I would earn half the amount I normally would, but doing the same amount of work. Yay! Because all of my clients are on the same regime. So yeah, be careful with things like that. And yeah, we kind of reached the end of the blog. So any other questions or comments or anything else you'd like clarified? So back to Mr. Glitter Fairy.
Rhonda Allison would like to know, what is the best way to break down your cost when setting prices?
Simple, nice and simple, like I covered earlier. Again, I'll put the link below. I think breaking down the costs, so either choose, like set your services so that you've got 3 different levels, and just keep it all as simple as possible. Like try not to do more than like 10 lines, because I think when you, even as a customer, if you open up a price list and you're like, Christ, I just want a set of nails, keep it really simple as possible.
And that's what I've got in a minute.
No one else has commented. No one loves me.
We've got a bit of a delay, so we might get
that's a beautiful fish face idea, isn't it? Mine tend to buy me a little whispering. Oh yeah, we really have. Okay, well, I've pretty much answered all of the questions. Oh, and my video has just started, which I said I was going to be live for, so that's good for me. Wait. So any other questions, shout out now. If not, I scheduled a video to launch like now, and it's probably finished playing. That I'm useless, aren't I? I try and do these new things. YouTube's like, hey, we've got this new function.
Rhonda Allison says that as far as product cost.
Sorry?
When she was on what's the best way to break down your cost when setting prices, she asked, and then says as far as product cost.
Oh, okay. So your supplier will be able to give you breakdowns of approximately how much it costs to do each set. So CJP have files on the group on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure if you're NSI, things like that, if you contact your supplier and say, can you give me approximate costs for a set of nails using X, Y, and Z, they should have breakdowns for you for the approximate costs using their products, if that helps. I normally say it's between £3.50 to £5, depending on what you're using. Like product cost is it's the skill people are paying for, because that is what costs the money.
Julie Reed says, loveless honesty. Kimberly Mosley says, really helpful, thank you.
Oh, no worries. I'm nothing but honest. To my detriment many times.
Ishel Sanchez says, you've inspired me to go to school.
Oh, yay, good.
We've got a hi from South Africa from Cosette.
Hello. You know Sheeny?
Yes.
She's jumped ship. She lives in SA now.
Really?
Yep, she shows pictures every day. I know it annoys Ian when I refer to it as SA, because I've worked for South Africans before, which haven't put you in a great light. I'm really sorry. I've worked for a lot of rich white South Africans, and we did not get on very well. But then my neighbour at my last house, her boyfriend was a white South African, and he was lovely, so he repaired a lot of the damage. But yeah, so Sheeny, anyone who follows Carol Sheeny Hailstone, has just jumped ship, and she lives in SA now, and she shares pictures. SA, because it's SA, it's easier to say. God damn it. And she shares pictures every morning because she's got a beautiful view of the beach, and oh, terribly jealous. Anyway, sorry, other comments.
Tits can nail it. Thank you for all your advice. I love your vids.
Oh, thanks.
Ginger Scott says, I love you and thank you for the advice.
Oh, thanks. I'm like Marmite. You either love me or hate me. I don't find people in the middle.
Rhonda Allison says, that's amazing. I use CJP. I live in the US, so I have to factor in that shipping. Also, thank you so much. This has been a huge help.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're on the CJP group on Facebook, I'm pretty sure if you go on the files tab, they've got it on there where they've got all the breakdowns. And then if you just think like you can just break down the shipping. To be honest, I break down the shipping between 20 customers depending on the size you're buying. But yeah, something like that. Shipping, sometimes I often as well, shipping I almost just kind of like I just suck it up. Like for some shipping, like from America for me is normally about $50 for something I want quickly. So I don't know what CJP is for you, but does it translate at about that? Sometimes I just think I just kind of like ignore that a bit. Not that you should, but I just kind of go, oh well, it costs what it costs to get over here.
We're up to date.
We're up to date. Okay, we're gonna give you 1 minute and then we're going because I'm gonna get curry after finishing sorting the mess that is my salon. Even though like you can see half my curtain for most of this, but anyway. So do you like my new video? How cute is that? But it just has me singing. Is it Phil Collins? Two hearts beating just one time, beating together. Is it Phil Collins? I don't know, but I just keep singing Two Hearts in my head.
Yeah, it rings
How
a bell.
cute is that? And then I've got a shirt to go with it. I'm going to try not to flash my boobs because no one needs to see that. And then that's the shirt that goes with it, my Centre Line shirt. Boom, Honest Riders. Anyway, it's around $40 US.
Good plug you
Yeah,
got there.
pardon?
It's a good plug you got
Good
there.
plug, I know, because I know so many horsey people watch my videos. Yeah, so $40, I just add like 50 cents to each client because you can get a lot of sets out of a pot of acrylic. So yeah. Right, I'm going to go in a minute. Any more questions? Any more comments? Scrolling those faces. Do you know what I find really, really... I watch I don't watch YouTube very often, but I'm subscribed to Selena. And whenever her videos come up, I'll often watch like the first few minutes and then be like, oh, I've got something I need to do now. And she always looks fabulous. And I'm just like, every time I do a video, I look like hammered poop. I just don't have the lighting. All the effort she has. But isn't she pretty? Anyway.
Kirsty McCutcheon
Hello.
says, hey, with a wavy hand.
Hi.
And Jen Daniels wants to know, where's the animal print dressing gown?
Not on tonight. I'm in. Does it count that I've got animal PJs? I am like a newsreader. The bottom half is never fully dressed. The top, it's funny because whenever the delivery men come, is the top half. I'm ready to go out. But I don't like wearing jeans and stuff. And because I'm with the horse now, I tend to like come back, take my breeches off, and just put my PJ bottoms on because they're my house pants, my apartment pants, like in Friends. Oh god. So yeah.
I'm attached to the,
with a really high-tech backdrop.
I won't put it too much because it might fall down.
I know.
Jen says, my partner has those PJ buttons.
They were Ian's. They became mine. We moved in together and he lost about 4 sets of PJ bottoms. They're mine. He needs to back off. Right, okay. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. If you have anything in particular you would like me to cover with my next blog, just pop it in comments or send me a little message or whatever. I don't really have a plan for my next blog, so shout it out. And I will see you all soon. She says goodbye really smoothly and then forgets how she turns off
Again.
every time. So bye.
See you later, guys.